Now, for weeks, we have been telling you about what's happening in Iran. The country has been gripped by massive protests. The state has now responded with a fierce crackdown, but some horrific developments have shaken up the global community. Children are being killed, injured, and detained in Iran. I'm not saying this. That's the assessment of UNICEF. This week, they released a statement. Here it is on your screens now. UNICEF has made a big claim. Since late September, about 50 children have died in Iran. Remember, this number is just an estimate. The UN has reason to believe that children are dying in Iran due to the statewide crackdown.
As of the 12th of November, excessive use of force used by security forces has led to the killing of at least 326 individuals, including 43 children and 25 women.
Activist groups have raised similar concerns. They are accusing the Iranian security forces of committing serious human rights violations. Some more disturbing reports have emerged. An American news network has made a shocking claim. CNN says that Iranian women were allegedly raped by Iranian security forces. Here is the report I'm talking about. It says female protesters were sexually assaulted inside prisons. Activists fell victims to sexual violence, and this wasn't a one-off case. These cases fit a pattern. Allow me to quote from the testimonies of one of the victims. They choose the women who were pretty and suited their appetite. Then the officer would take one of them from the cell to a smaller private room. They would sexually assault them there. This is not the first time that such claims have come to light. Earlier this month, a group of activists spoke out. Reports say they have been tracking the detained protesters in Iran, and there are claims of torture, threats of rape and sexual harassment. Some detainees were taken to a secret location. They have been denied medical services too. I'd like to mention that we haven't been able to independently verify these claims, but there are multiple stories like these coming out now. One of the earliest reports was about Sarina Ismailzadeh, a 16-year-old girl. In the past, she had recorded multiple videos against the Iranian regime. Sarina rejected the mandatory hijab rule. She vented her anger against Iran's economic situation. Her videos recently went viral. We managed to access one of them. Take a look.
خب من رسیدم خونه، بعدش انقدر هوا گرم بود مستقیم رفتم همونطور که میبینیم. بعد الان من چیکار کنیم؟ الان انقدر ذوق دارم بعد بشینم کلا لیست کنم که میخوام چیکار کنم و چیکار نکنم. یادم فیلم و کتاب و جایی که میخوام برم، ویدیوهای یوتیوب و این داستانا. شما مگه محصلی مثل من و کلا یه تایم خیلی کمی داری واسه اینکه از زندگی بتونی لذت ببری، بشین این کار حتما بکن. و یه کار خیلی بزرگم نه، اما یه حرکتی که میخوام
As you just saw, Sarina was just like any other teenager, but she was beaten to death by the Iranian security forces. What for? Because she participated in an anti-government protest. Her death led to outrage. More girls decided to take to the streets. They also wanted to express their solidarity with Nika Shakarami, another teenager who was allegedly tortured and killed by Iranian security forces. Reports say that Shakarami was beaten and raped. Her body was stolen from her family, and she was buried without consent. What was her alleged crime? The rejection of the hijab. Yes, that was Nika Shakarami. Iranian officials deny the claims around her death. They say she jumped off a roof and died. But the protesters are not buying these claims. Their anger against the regime will only grow, especially after these revelations. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.